Hey, hi, good evening, and okay, and welcome back to Workout from Home, Season 3, Episode number 4. You're joining with me again, as always, Mission, and today I'm going to show you how to work out from home using the elastic band, right? So, probably some of us got so sick of the extended or CMCO or MCOs, so probably during those times you already bought the band. So I'll show you household item. Now that you've got a little bit of upgrade, right? You've got the resistance band here. So I'm going to show you how you can do a full body workout using resistance band, right? So before I start, maybe I just share what this band does, right? So the band basically is something a bit elastic. Don't worry about getting it snapped. I don't think it's that easy to be snapped. It's not like a rubber band. Just think of rubber band, maybe 1,000 times, maybe 100 times more solid, right? So as you can see the band here, how I pull also, you see it doesn't snap one, so you don't need to worry, all right? Of course, with that being said, don't do stupid things by putting near a very sharp edge. Example, you put a knife, or you put like a gate, right? The house gate, you go and hang it there, and then you're just like trying to saw it unintentionally. So you don't want to do that, right? So the band is quite versatile because let's say when you do a movement, right? Use shoulder press for example. When you press all the way up, you go all the way down. Sometimes when you go down, there's not enough of resistance. So giving this cable, this band will help to like create a bit of resistance. So as the name suggests, it's called resistance band. It adds a bit more resistance. So example, right? If you go all the way up, all the way down, you feel a lot on the up. When you go down, there's not too much. Or when you go up, the opposite is when you go up, you want to push a lot, but then maybe the weight you have is very light. So, or you want a bit more force, but you can't generate a lot. So using the band can actually help to generate a bit more of the force. To see a force, like I said, is to create more resistance. You know, like what the name suggests. So if you at gym, if you see some lifters, they actually use the band as well. For example, when they do a squat, right, they put a band like this. So why do they do that? There's a couple of reasons. One of the most, I would say the most common one is when they put band. Let's say you squat, right? They imagine I'm squatting on a bar, right? They have one band here, one band there. So when they squat, right, they have the band. It's just to create more resistance, right? So this is more on the lifting end. But today I'm going to, since you're working out from home, I don't want to talk too much about that topic. So the resistance band is great for a full body exercise. Whether it's upper body, lower body, it can be done. So maybe before I start, I share with you where you can buy the band. All right. Now disclaimer, I'm not endorsed or I'm sponsored by any company. This is just my personal opinion. If you want to buy a resistance band, you can go to any I would say online shopping platform. You just type resistance band. All right. Just follow whatever is on my title today's episode, and you should be able to find products like this. Now resistance band, usually they will come in two types. One is like this, another one is kind of like a cloth like that. That means it's a bit thicker one. But for today's sake, if I can choose, I would recommend you to get this instead of the latex version. Right? The latex one is kind of like cloth like that. So I don't want that. I prefer you to get this because this is more versatile. Yes, you can do more stuff, right? So if you buy on the online platform, or whether it's or your local suppliers or sports shop or you name it, usually they have the resistance has a lot of version, meaning the toughness will differ from time to time. From labels to labels. So unfortunately, every different company that produce this, the color will all be different. It's not like a standard resistant band, for example. A standard plate that you do weightlifting the plates. For most, green will be 10 kilos, yellow will be 15 kilos, blue will be 20 kilos, red will be 25. But resistant band, if you go to 10 companies will have different color to represent the toughness of the band. So how do you not get confused? Usually if you go to the option or when you ask a supplier, you will have something like light, lighter, medium and toughest, something within those range. Right? They have a lot of version for all this. So some say it's light, some say it's tough, some say it's resistant, like pressure of 5 pounds all the way to 50 pounds or something like this. But if you ask me, like let's just say 1 for the lightest, 5 for the toughest. So example, just example, like if you're curious, 1 is like very easy to stretch. This is example, this is a 1. 5 will be like you can't even move, like that example, you can't even squeeze. This is an example of 5 lah, alright? So if you want to buy the band, for most people, if you are choosing between 1 for lightest to 5 the toughest, usually most company will have 4 or 5 toughest one lah. But if you want it easier, I would recommend you to go for the second lightest. So to not confuse you, hang on here. Okay, so for example, right, if you see 1 as the lightest, as 5 as the toughest, you probably do 2 or 3 should be do you a lot of good already. So just stay, but my suggestion, if you want to be safe, you don't want the refund or you want to like, it's too much for you, you just go for number 2, or which is the second lightest one. What I'm having right now, based on this supplier, is the second lightest one. That means like a scale of 1 to 5, it is a scale of 2. So this is kind of like number 2. Okay, so for most people, if you get number 2, you should be able to do a lot of things already. Because I have experimented with 3. 3 is a bit tough when you do some exercise. Bear in mind, when I say tough, it's not just for you audience, even for me, a trained person, also I find a little bit challenge. So I would recommend to take 2. Now why not take 1? 1 is usually too thin, or it's just too light. Too light as in the sense that you cannot feel any resistance. It's a band, it's a least resistant band. So for most people, once again, I would recommend, if 1 is the lightest, 5 is the heaviest, go for 2. That will do the trick a lot already. Okay, so how much will it cost? Of course, we all know inflation and stuff, but for the price, I would say, just for this model, will not cost you more than 50 ringgit. 50 is actually very high end. I think for most people, if you can get online, probably it will cost you around 20 to 40 ringgit, around there, just for this band only. Yeah, usually it comes in 1 unit. You pack it up like let's just pretend there's a plastic bag, right? They put in a plastic bag, you vacuum seal it, and then it's like, there you go, this is the band. So you can shop at whatever is online or your local supplier or your sports shop. Just go for number 2, scale number 2. You should be able to get it. Now, if you go to the salesperson and you say, hey, I want number 2, they don't understand what you're saying. But you tell them, like, if you have light to the heaviest, just give me the second lightest one. They probably should be able to find what you want, right? But to the scale, I prefer the scale because it's easier for most of us to understand. Let's say 1 is the lightest, 5 is the heaviest, go for number 2, and that should do you a lot of trick already. Right? Now, where can you buy all this, right? Sometimes you're scared, maybe it's different from the product or internet, or maybe it's, how to say, you're scared there's a faulty or anything. I think for today's technology, if you go to any online platform, reputable online platform for online sales, I would say most of them are okay one. Look at the ratings as usual, do a comparison, you should be able to get something, right? Now, if you're going to a local sports shop, whether it's a local sports shop, it will be a little bit more costly, but I will say then you can, the good is you can have a look what the band looks like for you. With that being said, I personally think anything more than 50 ringgit is ridiculous for now. So you just get in fact, I would dare to say this is not like very expensive. This one I get is like some made in China, random China name product. So it has been serving me for a year. So far no wear and tear. So as you can see, there you guys have a look. So you see the thickness is something like this, right? So it's not very thick, neither is very thin. So I hope that helps you to clarify some stuff lah, right? Okay, so I feel I talked too much about the band. Now let's talk about how to use it to work out, right? So I will do simple one. I will do an upper body, lower body. So legs, back, chest, shoulder, arms, simple thing. Just by using the band. So you got one of these bands, it'll be cool. Oh, forgot to tell you, if you can, right, if you have the budget, I recommend you to buy two. Not because in case one snap, I use the other one. If you have two, sometimes you can bind it together. For today's purposes, unfortunately, I only brought back one from my gym, so we just use one. But if you have two, sometimes you can extend it and do more stuff. So today I'm going to show you is very like basic beginner stuff. So if you have never go to the gym, this one is going to be, I think I'm quite confident you are going to be able to do this, right? So let me just adjust the camera. Yeah? So bear with me, the camera is a little bit off with this current new stand. So okay, before I start, right, I just do some warm up, very simple one. So you hold the band at the edge there. Probably if you are with me for a while, you will know how we do this, right? So if your arm is very long, you don't need to fold. If not, you just fold. Your arm is even shorter, you can fold. But for me, this is good enough. So from here, right at the side, we lift all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Try to go all the way back, right? You feel a nice rotation. Let's say if you cannot go all the way down here, let's say this is your maximum. Hey, it's okay, so be it, right? The goal is not to go as low as you can. The goal is to expand your chest and your back, your upper body, right? So this is done. Up next, I'm going to do a final warm up on the legs actually, okay? So let me just scroll this down here. Okay, so I hope you guys can see. So using the legs, right? So what you want to do is you just want to stretch your hamstring. Okay, straight your legs. I don't know if you can see or not. Straight your legs and slowly lift all the way up. If you can, you lift up. Right? If you cannot lift up, just stay where you are. Right? You can use a higher ground also. Like example, I'm using the board here. So just to stretch out the hamstring and stretch out a little bit on the ankle as well. So I'll show you guys from this angle. Yeah, hopefully you guys get an easier look. Okay. So you put over here, lift your leg up. You just want to stretch up your legs only. Your legs, your hamstring, that's how you stretch. Okay? So we do the stretching. Now it's time for the workout. So the first exercise, we're going to use the band to do a squat. Okay? So before we start the squat, as always, I'll show you how to squat properly. So the first one is, remember, I think I've done this a couple of times. I'll just share with you lah. You stand straight, place your feet shoulder width apart. From here, place your hand and sit all the way at the bottom. Make sure your elbow is touching at the middle of your thigh. So this is called a deep squat. Okay? So from the side view, you do the same thing. You take a nice big breath and the belly, sit in between your legs and up. That's all. Alright? So with the band, if you do body weight, for some people it's too easy, right? So if you use the resistance band, you can spice things up a little bit. So here's how you do. Oh, sorry man. Let me just tilt the camera. My camera is so... Okay, so here's the deal here. So you place your feet around, you step around the feet. Okay, if you want, you can go inside. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Yeah, so you step it inside here. So you go on the way down. When you come up, squeeze your, you will squeeze your butt, you drive your legs out. If you do properly, when you come up, it's a little bit tougher. So all the way down, up. Okay, from the side view here, I'll share with you how this is done. So you take a nice big breath, sit in between your legs, and up. Okay, sit in between your legs, and up. Okay, now when you come up, you should be able to feel more resistance. Right, as the name suggests, resistance band is to add more resistance, to creating a little bit of challenge for the workout. So you're done with the legs. Up next, what we're going to do, I want to train with the, I want to let you train on the, what is that called? On the back, alright? So how do you do on the back? Just give me a while to adjust here. I'm very sorry because the camera
angle is just a bit off. So let me just tilt. Okay, I should really get the stand, I know. Alright, so here you go. You place your leg cross over here. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see or not. Alright, so from here, wait. Okay, let's try this one. This angle. Sorry. Okay, so you step on the band. You squeeze your chest up, and from here you keep pull all the way up, all the way down. Right, chest up, you pull, go down, all the way down. Chest up, pull, all the way down. So you should be able to feel your back over here. So when you do this, right, think chest up and think of elbow to the ceiling. Think of you want to elbow to the ceiling. Elbow to the ceiling, go down, control. Elbow to the ceiling, go down, control. So you do it properly, you should feel something on the back. Okay? Up next, I'm going to show an upper body movement. The shoulder. Let me just tilt the camera, yeah? Okay? Right, so up next is on the shoulder. Shoulder is very simple. Actually, I kind of show it already before we start at the early of the video. So you place it up over here. So you step on the band. So show you from the bottom. Wait, just give me a while. Okay. Alright, this camera is a bit tough. So you stand in between here. You pull it up to your shoulder. Okay. So I'm going to break this into two parts. You step on it. You pull as much as you can. You put it on top of your chest. Yeah. Okay. So due to the camera line, I have to do it twice on this one. Okay. So remember just now we step on the band. You step on the band, eh? You put it up here, okay? So from the top view, it looks like this. From here, you press all the way up, you control all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. So you stand on the side, just show you. Make sure your elbow, right, is aligned with the floor, meaning don't go too out, don't go too back. It should be aligned on the floor. Once it's aligned to the floor, punch the ceiling, go down, control. Punch, go down, control. Punch, go down, control. And that is how you do the shoulder press. Okay. I'm going to use another one doing the chest. This time doing a chest press. The chest press, all you need is the floor. If you have a yoga mat, that'll be great, right? You can even do it on a bench, but again, for simplicity's sake, I will use the just the mat today. Yeah. Okay. So you see this. So here's what you do. You place the band, place it behind your body here. So you can see it's behind here, right? So you grab it inside. I don't know if you can see or not. So you grab inside here, yeah? So you grab inside. Okay? So you hold like this. Okay? So you grab around here. You sit you lie down all the way down. Wait, let me just move myself to the camera. Okay. So you sit all the way up, right? So from here, you think of push all the way up, all the way down. Oh, sorry, I need to go a little bit higher. Okay. So hang on here. So you place it at your back, right? At your back. So my arm is a bit long, so therefore I will fold it a little bit. Here, I fold it a little bit. From here, you push as high as you can. Go down, control. Press, go down, control. It should feel like a push-up reverse version, alright? So that means instead of you go to the ground, you are not pushing yourself away from the ceiling. Yeah. So you push yourself away from the ceiling. Think of punch the ceiling and toss. Okay, go down, chest up, yeah? Press, go down, chest up, go down, chest up. If you do properly, you should feel your chest, your back, and a little bit on your tricep, also known as your arm. Alright, so once again, yeah, you put it behind your back, right, around your chest area, behind your chest there. You hold it inside like this. If not, you can turn one round, like how I did. And then from here, think of trying to punch the ceiling. Chest up, back tight, punch the ceiling. Go down, control. Go down, control. If the resistance band, the beauty is not just you feel when you're going up. If you go down, you control, you feel the band is actually pulling you away. Meaning, instead of going one way, you feel something. Now when you go up and back down, two ways you can also feel the muscles are working up. Right, so from here, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Right? So just give you some thoughts. Right? So we're done with the chest, we're done with the back, we're done with the shoulder. The only thing left is we do, maybe I add a bonus, one more on the leg, yeah?
So on the leg, how can we do? The leg, we train the thighs just now. We can also train on the butt as well, alright? So, sorry, not on the butt, on the hamstring and the butt. So how do we do it? Very, very simple. You are going to break this down again, yeah?
Just give me a while. Okay, yeah. So hope you guys can see.
Okay, awesome. So what you do, right? You place it over here. Okay, you can hang. You can like wear a school bag like that. So you hang it on top of your body. I'll show you the top view later how it's done. So chest up, all the way butt back, up. Right? Think your butt is going back. Yeah? Your knee don't go forward. Your knee can bend, but don't go forward. Right? Bend your knees. Think of chest up, butt back, butt back, butt back, butt back, up. Okay? So it's kind of like I'm wearing the band like that, right? You find it very tough, you can place it at the what I call the scapula area, also known as the back area. So I'll show you. I don't know if you guys can see or not. So you see the band is here. You can put it up on your neck here. If it's too much, just hang it at bottom here. So depending which one you want, right? For me, I will go on the neck level because I need more resistance for my end, right? Besides, I have a more range of motion also. That means I can travel more. The band I can travel more. So you see all the way back, right? Up, 1, all the way back, 2, all the way back, 3. Okay? So that's how you do, right? So once you're done, you drop it out. And that's how you train the hamstring and also a little bit on the butt here. So we're done with this. Last but not least, we train some arms here, right? So how do we train the arm? Very, very simple. The arms, you just use the kind of like how we do the shoulder press just now. Do you remember the leg? We press it at the bottom, right? We pin it at the bottom. The next one, you just lift all the way up, all the way down. That's all. Something simple, right? All the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Key point when you go down, if this band is too light for you, you can fold one round like this, like how I'm doing here, fold one round, right? If you don't have, the key point also, when you're doing the bicep curl, right, make sure you go down, you control. So you're all the way up, when you go down, you control. All the way up, go down, control. All the way up, go down, control. Right, and that's how it's done, right? So to sum up, yeah, that's the end of today's showing, today's exercise. But just to sum it up everything, we can use the band to create more resistance, right? So if you are doing you're doing your body weight exercise and it's very boring, you may add a little bit of the band to create some challenge, right? Because if you don't do things that's not challenging, you won't be able to get a lot of results, right? So you need a little bit of challenge so you can see some results. So remember, is this a lot of questions? Is this going to replace all the weights that we have, like dumbbells, barbells, whether it's in the gym or at home? The obvious answer is no. It just hits different, alright? But if you have no equipment at home, if you can only get one, I think investing in one of these is not a bad idea. At least you are doing something. Remember, doing something is always better than doing nothing, right? So keyword is you use the band. If you can get a pair, so you can do more stuff. If you have a pair, you can do a lot of things. You can actually take 2, so you instead of stucking yourself at 1 like the shoulder press, you got 2 right there you can press. So you can be very creative, you can do a lot of things. And if you have 2, this means maybe it's not just for you, right? For example, you're staying at home, you have kids, right? Maybe you can have one band on your own, one band for the kid, and let him have fun with you. You all work out together, right? I mean, the more the merrier, right? Or maybe you have your siblings or your significant other, you're staying together, you just want to sweat it out at home, then you get one band, you give him or her one of the band. See, fit couples, right? So this is something that you can think about as well, right? So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. So if you have any questions about the band, or you're not sure what to get, if you want to know whether that is okay to get, feel free at the end of the show, you can drop me a private message. You can ask me how to get a band or anything related. If I am able to help, I will help. Again, disclaimer, this is not to replace the weight in your gym. It's not to replace the weights or at the condo gym or your very own dumbbell. But as you always say, doing something is always better than nothing, right? So that's all for today. All right, thank you so much, and I'll catch you all on Tuesday. So Tuesday, as usual, we're going to talk about some sharing. You know, that means we don't do workout. We talk about like some theories and stuff. So I think someone have put a suggestion, which is like trying to bust some myths. I think it's quite cool. There's a lot to unpack. So next week I am going to bust some myth. All right. So the common myth people think that is actually true, then actually it's not. All right. So I will week by week we go through this. At the same time, I hope you enjoy working out with the band. If you want to have to know more about the band, you can actually just send me a message if you want a program. I can give you for free. You know, just drop me a message. Just show me what is your band, and I should be able to do something for you. Right? Again, I'm not going to pay you anything. I just want people to work out. That's all. Right? So till then, you guys stay at home, stay safe, and I'll catch up with you next week. So till then, thank you for watching. Bye bye.